Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches development projects worth over 1,500 crore rupees at Balangir in Odisha. Says the projects will spur growth for whole of eastern India. Kumbh 2019 begins at Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. Over 1 crore 50 lakh devotees take the royal bath since morning. Army Day being celebrated today. Armed forces will not hesitate to take action against terror activities along the border, says Army Chief General Bipin Rawat. British MPs to vote today on Prime Minister Theresa May's Brexit deal. And in cricket, Shaun Marsh's ton helps Australia set a 299-run victory target for India in Adelaide ODI. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched and laid foundation stone of several development projects worth over 1,500 crore rupees at Balangir in Odisha today. Mr. Modi dedicated to the nation electrification of Jharsuguda-Vizianagaram and Sambalpur-Angul lines spanning 813 kilometers, completed at a cost of around 1,000 crore rupees.
पूर्वी भारत के विकास के लिए, ओडिशा के विकास के लिए मैं आपके बीच आया हूं। यहाँ 1,550 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक की परियोजनाओं का उद्घाटन किया गया है। ये परियोजनाएं शिक्षा से जुड़ी हैं, कनेक्टिविटी से जुड़ी हैं, संस्कृति और पर्यटन से जुड़ी हुई हैं और मुझे खुशी है कि आज केंद्रीय विद्यालय सोनेपुर के स्थायी भवन का शिलान्यास हुआ है।
Prime Minister also inaugurated the doubling of Barpali-Dunguripali and Balangir-Deogaon railway lines. He also inaugurated the 15-kilometer long Balangir-Bichupali railway line.
बलांगीर से बिछुपल्ली के बीच इस रूट पर नई ट्रेन भी आज से शुरू हो गई है। इससे न सिर्फ आपका समय बचेगा बल्कि पैसे की भी बचत होगी। आज जिस रेल लाइन का उद्घाटन हुआ है उसका विस्तार खोरदा तक हो रहा है। जब ये पूरी लाइन तैयार हो जाएगी तो हावड़ा चेन्नई तक ये क्षेत्र जुड़ जाएगा। तटीय और पश्चिम ओडिशा कनेक्ट हो जाएगा। दिल्ली और मुंबई जैसे शहरों से भुवनेश्वर और पुरी की दूरी भी कम हो जाएगी।
Mr. Modi also dedicated to the nation multi-modal logistics park at Jharsuguda. Later, addressing a public meeting, Mr. Modi said the projects that kick-started today will not only spur the growth of Odisha but also of eastern India. He said in a month, more than 20,000 crore rupees of development projects have been either inaugurated or initiated in Odisha. Mr. Modi said the opposition is not aware of the country's natural resources. They criticize Sardar Patel's statue, but after becoming world's tallest statue, it has generated jobs for the people residing around it.
जिस स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी का ये मजाक उड़ा रहे थे उसने सरदार पटेल की ऊंचाई को तो प्रस्थापित किया ही है। आज वो देश में पर्यटन के अहम केंद्रों में से एक बन गई। दुनिया की सबसे ऊंची प्रतिमा की वजह से वहां जो आसपास के लोग हैं उनको रोजगार कहने का अवसर मिल रहे। यही टूरिज्म की ताकत है। भारत के पास तो हेरिटेज टूरिज्म की अनेक संभावनाएं, उनको नया विस्तार देने का काम हम ओडिशा में भी कर रहे हैं।
The Prime Minister said his government has taken 5 steps for the overall development of the country. These, he said, are education for children, employment for youth, medicine for old people, irrigation for farmers, and public hearing for common people. Mr. Modi said another aspect has been added to this, and that is 10% reservation for economically weaker sections of general category in education and jobs. Later in the day, the Prime Minister will visit Kollam in Kerala and inaugurate a 13-kilometer bypass connecting a stretch from Mevaram to Kavnad. Mr. Modi will also address a public meeting at Ashramam ground in Kollam. Our correspondent has the details.
The 13-kilometer bypass in National Highway 66 connecting a stretch from Mevram to Kavanad will ease the traffic flow from Thiruvananthapuram to the rest of the state through Kollam. Constructed at a cost of Rs 352 crores, this stretch includes 3 bridges over Ashtamudi Lake, 5 culverts, 1 vehicle underpass and 5 major intersections. Later in Thiruvananthapuram, Mr. Modi will visit Padmanabha Swami Temple and unveil a plaque to mark the launch of various facilities under the Swadeshi Darshan program. Shamila, AR News, Thiruvananthapuram.
71st Army Day is being celebrated across the country today. Addressing Army personnel on the occasion in New Delhi, Army Chief General Bipin Rawat said the armed forces will not hesitate to take strong action to deal with terror activities along the border with Pakistan. He said the country along India's western border is providing support to terror groups and the Indian Army is dealing with them effectively.
अपनी सीमाओं की सुरक्षा की लगातार समीक्षा करते रहेंगे और हमारे जवान कार्रवाई में किसी प्रकार का समझौता नहीं होने देंगे। सरकार द्वारा दिए गए आदेशों का पूर्ण रूप से पालन होता रहेगा। जम्मू कश्मीर के आंतरिक इलाकों में हमने अन्य सुरक्षा बलों के साथ मिलकर सख्त कार्रवाई करते हुए आतंकवादियों को भारी नुकसान पहुंचाया है।
President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have extended their greetings to the soldiers and their families on the Army Day. The President said soldiers are nation's pride and the sentinels of liberty. He said citizens sleep securely knowing that the soldiers are ever awake and ever vigilant. The Vice President said it is the obligation of the country to honor the patience and courage of the families of the ex-servicemen and soldiers who dedicate themselves and the precious years of their lives in the service of the country. The Prime Minister said the countrymen are proud of the determination and sacrifice of the soldiers. He said he bows to the indomitable courage and bravery of the soldiers. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. The world's largest religious and cultural human congregation, Kumbh 2019, began at Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh early this morning. The Mela commenced with the holy dip at Sangam, the confluence of rivers Ganga, Yamuna and mythical Saraswati. Director Information UP government said over 1 crore 50 lakh devotees have taken dip at Sangam till 1:30 p.m. Our correspondent has filed this report.
It is for the first time that flowers rain is being made by helicopters on devotees at Kumbh. It is believed that holy dip at Kumbh saves from sin and paves the way for salvation. Mela area spread over 3,200 hectares seems a mini India where people from all parts of nation are flocked in. Kumbh proving best example of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. Kala Gram and Sanskriti Gram enclaves here testify unity of India. Display and dances of saints and seers of different akharas and monks just with swords and trident by Nagasa, center of attraction of people. Elaborate security arrangements have been put in place for the safe bathing. More than 1,20,000 toilets have been erected. With Sasan Kumar, MS Yadav, AIR News, Prayagraj.
Civil Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu inaugurated the Global Aviation Summit 2019 in Mumbai this morning. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Prabhu said, India is one of the fastest growing aviation sectors and all players of the sector must come together and talk about ideas. More from our correspondent.
Civil Aviation Minister Suresh Prabhu said that this summit is a union and this will actually address the problems that we are facing today. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis had mentioned that Mumbai Airport is one of the most efficiently managed airport in India. He had also said that by the beginning of 2020, the state government will make new Mumbai's airport functional, which has the capacity to add 1% to GDP. During the summit, Civil Aviation Secretary R.N. Chaubey had informed that India would be adding 1,000 aircraft over the next 7 to 8 years and 1 billion trips in the next 15 years. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
He said the summit is a union and it will address the problems being faced today. The two-day summit with the theme Flying for All, especially the next 6 billion, is being organized by Ministry of Civil Aviation in association with FICCI. It offers stakeholders an opportunity to explore, deliberate and understand how technology-driven innovations will change air travel in the decades to come. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Harshvardhan launched DD Science and India Science channels in New Delhi today. DD Science is Doordarshan's first ever daily slot on science and technology, while India Science is an internet-based channel. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Harshvardhan said,
आज अगर भारत पोलियो मुक्त हो चुका है तो उसमें यूं तो बहुत सारे लोगों का, सामाजिक संस्थाओं का, सरकार की व्यवस्था का योगदान रहा होगा, लेकिन उसमें महत्वपूर्ण रोल दूरदर्शन ने प्ले किया.
Pakistani troops resorted to unprovoked firing along the international border at Hiranagar sector in Kathua district of Jammu division today. In the firing, one BSF Jawan sustained injuries. The BSF troops are retaliating to the firing. The exchange of fire was on when reports last came in. HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar has said for the last 5 years, the government has been working constantly on generating more employment. Mr. Javadekar was speaking at a workshop on job and livelihood organized by Confederation of Indian Industry in New Delhi today. The minister said the country is now in better condition in terms of employment generation and each sector is witnessing an increase in job opportunities. Speaking on the occasion, Railway Minister Piyush Goyal said renewable energy sector will not only provide better job opportunities in future, but people associated with it will help protect environment as well. British MPs are preparing to vote today on whether to back Prime Minister Theresa May's deal for leaving the European Union. The vote will take place later tonight as 5 days of debate on Brexit come to an end. Ms May has called for politicians to back her deal or risk letting the British people down. According to BBC, with many of Ms May's own MPs expected to join opposition parties to vote against the deal, it is widely expected to be defeated. MPs will also be able to suggest amendments that could reshape the deal before voting starts. In Australian Open tennis, Serena Williams today launched her bid for a record equalling 24th Grand Slam title with a straight set win over German Tatiana Maria. The 37-year-old American, who is currently world number 16, took just 49 minutes to dismantle Maria 6-0, 6-2. Defending champion Roger Federer yesterday made it to the second round, beating Uzbekistan's Denis Istomin 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. The win marked Federer's 15th consecutive victory at Melbourne Park. The Supreme Court today asked the UPSC Secretary to personally appear and inform the court if the Commission prepares a panel of senior IPS officers for Director General of Police appointments by state governments. A bench, headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi, sought the presence of the Secretary tomorrow. In cricket, Australia have set a target of 299 runs for India in the second one-day international at Adelaide. Opting to bat, the hosts had got off to a poor start as they lost their openers early. A United Nations report has said India's creative goods export nearly tripled from $7.4 billion in 2005 to $20.2 billion in 2014, making it one of the world's leading exporters of such products in the top 10 developing economies. The report said US was India's top export partner for creative goods in 2005, but the country slipped to second place in 2014 when the UAE emerged as India's top trading partner. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches development projects worth over 1,500 crore rupees at Balangir in Odisha. Says the projects will spur growth for whole of eastern India. Kumbh 2019 begins at Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. Over 1 crore 50 lakh devotees take the royal bath since morning. Army Day being celebrated today. Armed forces will not hesitate to take action against terror activities along the border, says Army Chief General Bipin Rawat. British MPs to vote today on Prime Minister Theresa May's Brexit deal. And in cricket, Shaun Marsh's ton helps Australia set a 299-run victory target for India in Adelaide ODI. And with that, we end the midday news.